I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP. Welcome back to Whiskey RP. The snow just is not clearing up, and we got some things to take care of because they accepted our offer for $1.25 million for that property, and now we're working with the loan officers because I don't want to just throw all of our money at it. I think it would be wise to get a loan instead. So we're working with them to figure out the terms that they would accept, that the bank would accept, and how much of a down payment they're looking for. And I think we want to do about 20% down. And that would still give us a lot of money to make sure we have enough equipment. But based off the payments and what we can qualify for, we'll see how that goes. So we're going to first head on over to Hoot's place, sell a little bit. Then we'll get some of this whiskey loaded up so that our driver can take it to Iowa and sell some more of it as well. After that, we're going to try to cultivate. We got to prep some fields, and I want some crops that are quick turnaround because the long-term plan is going to be just to do wheat and barley here in Montana, I think is what we're going with. And we're going to get corn and soybeans going in Iowa. Figuring out sugar long term will be part of the plan, as well as the grapes we'll probably keep doing here. Maybe, I don't know yet. So we're going to baby step a lot of this and slowly get into what we're going to be doing in Iowa. But we do got to get that going because it's planting season very soon, and we're going to have to figure out how to take care of both farms. It's gonna get intense. All right, 15,000 there. So again, we're trying to get a good amount of a balance, try to get as much money as possible right now, and it's looking good. We got the wood chips to move around, and that'll be a good amount of income, and I'm hoping to do that here first before cultivating. So we'll get these sent over to our distribution and go from there. All right, after selling all the whiskey and maple syrup, we are super close. We're gonna head on over to the sawmill next and get those wood chips moved around. I think that'll get us above where we need to be. We should have about, I think 2 scoops here. And I think one of the things that we'll probably be doing is closing down the sawmill, since we're not gonna have a lot of time to be in both places. That's been a lot of my spare time here, has been keeping the sawmill going. And as it is a main part of our income, that's going to have to change. The second bucket full getting put in here. I think we might be able to get 3 this time around. And it might be wise to give a call to the whiskey plant to see how they're doing on that. Yeah, wood chips are looking pretty good still at the whiskey plant. I think we will next month probably have to keep that going. And that kind of reminds me, we do need some type of process to make at least wood chips. So yeah, we'll think that through. Apparently we're pushing these with us because they did not want to get scooped up. There we go. And another load. Time to hop over here and get a little bit of cultivating done and get these fields prepped, because we need to plant them as soon as possible in March to give us a little bit of time to get back to Iowa. And I'm hoping we hear back soon today to find out when we can actually take ownership of that property and get it completely in our name. Kind of just thinking through some of the details of everything, and I don't know if we ever mentioned that the probation's lifted, we're all clear, we're basically a free man at this point. That's why we were able to go to Iowa and do that trip, and everything's good on the legal side as long as we keep our nose clean here and don't commit any more crimes. And I think we've learned our lesson from that, and hopefully we've moved on. Things we'll need to learn in Iowa, though, as we get approval for items. The distribution company that is buying the whiskey from us is helping us with the process of potentially starting a distillery there, and multiple distilleries, really, to pick up the process big time of making whiskey. To the demand apparently is pretty high on our whiskey, so things are looking great. No hiccups so far. This year's been going a lot better, or this time's been going a lot better than last time with the legal problems. And now we know the right way to buy tractors and the right way to get license and approvals. It's looking positive. And it's finally cleared up. You can see it's nice and bright. All the clouds have gone away. which I knew was coming looking at the forecast, so we should be good to finish cultivating both these fields, and the forecast is looking good in March to get us to get planted real early, real quick this in March, so we can get back to Iowa and get everything prepped for planting in April there. That is, if the loan goes through. Ended up being a pretty nice February afternoon here, and we got this field cultivated. We'll head on over to what was the cotton field and do that next. I think we'll have Bobby do that one for us. We're gonna have to get the lime spreader all prepped, as well as I do have an email from the bank that I need to check and take care of that before we do the spreading. But we'll get Bobby set up first. So Bobby, take it on over. Looking good. Let's head on in and check this email and get this paperwork all figured out. Exciting times. So after working with the bank, they decided they would approve it with a 30% down payment, which ended up being $375,000 down. And that means that we'll have to take a loan of $875,000. We'll go ahead and do that. You can see our payments are going to be $6,650 a month at a 4.2% interest rate and a period of 180 months. So we'll try to pay that off as fast as possible, but we'll see how that comes into play. So now that we have all that extra money, let's make a phone call. And $1.25 million subtracted. We have $906,000 left for equipment for the other farm to get us started, as well as just moving costs and all of that. That should be plenty. Should be plenty of money, but time will tell on that. So I guess the best tractor is going to be, I guess we're going to use this one on the spreader. And $900,000 does sound like a lot of money, but you got to remember those fields are huge in Iowa. So we're going to need a lot bigger equipment to help us be more efficient. And 23% here is not going to cut it. So let's go ahead and do a little order here. We do have a couple fields that we want to get lime put down on. So we got 8 pallets for now. Should be enough to get us through. We'll go ahead and get this completely full and get started on the first field. This tractor doesn't seem to like this very well. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. Let's see if there's anything used. We got a little bit of cash, and if worst case, we can have it go to Iowa with us. Let's take a look at the market. Nothing used. We are gonna buy the 7R 350 Gen 2 with these rear wheel dual wheels back here. And I think that's going to be good for us. So we'll go ahead and get that bought and delivered. $315,000 well spent. And that one will definitely be going to Iowa with us. But let's go ahead and get it hooked up. It was delivered right here. Just go with it. Get it hooked up to the spreader and get rolling with the lime. Bigger equipment's going to be the thing to take care of the new fields. And we'll definitely get a nice trailer to transport this to Iowa. Exciting times. Change of scenery will be nice every once in a while, for sure. Now, I don't remember what we mentioned, but we want to do some quick turnaround crops here because we want to get barley and wheat mainly in all of these fields moving forward. So we'll be looking into some crops that we can plant in March that we can get quick turnarounds on. And it'll probably be something like oats that we'll get in the ground just to keep money coming in, even though it might not be something we use in any of our production plants. We talked about only doing stuff that is useful for the farm, but this move has kind of changed that a little bit. Do a couple more passes and we'll have to get refilled here, but it's going pretty smooth so far. This new tractor is a lovely piece of equipment. Very easy to get this job done with it. We can go at 16 miles an hour with this spreader. Yeah, it should be a quick job, and hopefully Bobby's far enough ahead when we get over there to take care of lime. I also need to double check if lime's needed on that cotton field or not. Well, 3% left after that pass. Time to go fill up. I'm glad we bought as much as we did. I'm hoping one more hopper full or one more spreader full here will be enough, but we might be about 1.5. Looking good over there, Bobby. We're super close to having enough. We're just going to get a little bit in here to do a couple more passes, and we should be all done with lime. I did look at our field data, and we don't need to put lime on the cotton field, so we'll just need to get the sprayer out and spray both of these fields, and that'll wrap up February. And then it's time to get planting in March. That should be plenty. And all finished up here. We'll get the spreader put away, get the sprayer out. I love using that piece of equipment. And we'll get this all taken care of and prepped for seed for next month. Very nice. Bobby's still plugging away, getting close to being done cultivating over there. So definitely by the time we get over there with the sprayer, we'll have a clear runway to spray that entire field as well. All filled up with fertilizer there. Should be, yeah, this will be super fast. Again, this is my favorite piece of equipment we've ever purchased. I'm missing a couple spots. Interesting. Must not have got cultivated there. Yeah, and Bobby's all done with that field, so we'll just start getting this going and get that tractor moved out of the way here real quickly. Last little pass for fertilizer. Going on good, and I'm excited to probably put oats. We need to look at the calendar here and see what grows good, but I think oats would be a good one for a quick turnaround here in Montana, and that'll allow us to replant all these fields as wheat and barley after harvesting this fall. Well, it is March. We're expecting to hear any time now about if the loan was finalized and when we can get over there. But to start off, we're gonna hop in the case. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance on it. Got all the parts delivered, $13,000. Ouch. All right, let's get out here and do a little bit of maintenance on it. That work done. Drain the oil just to make sure all the other fluids are looking good. And we'll be set to start planting. All right, we got the planter pretty well loaded up with black beans at the moment. We're gonna do that for once. This will turn around and should be able to harvest it around September, which will then open up this field to be able to get flipped to be a barley or wheat field in September or October when it's a good time to plant here. So that's the plan with that. And then the field to the left that was cotton, we'll be doing oats in that field because it has a pretty much the same turnaround. And just wanted to do something a little bit different here that we haven't done before. This lowered, GPS all prepped. Turn on the planter and just start driving. Very, very nice. Let's go about 14 miles an hour for the top speed we want to go here. And a brand new crop we've never done. Super exciting. Some different type of beans. Done soybeans. We haven't done black beans yet. So we'll see how profitable they are. What a setup, though. I love this setup. Let's do the headland here to make it easier to turn around. And we will work our way back to the bottom of the field and start doing back and forths. We'll have to get the weeder out as well as another layer of fertilizer as the plan for both of these fields today. Should be a pretty busy day here in March, and hopefully that gives us enough time to get to Iowa towards the end of the month to start prepping the fields there. Black beans are in the ground, just this little bit to do. We'll go switch out the seeds in the planter for oats. We got some of those delivered earlier today as well. And then we'll get the weeder out here. I think we'll have Bobby do the weeding while we plant the other field. And then we'll work on getting the fertilizer sprayer all prepped again. And that'll be a lot of work, but I think that'll save us some time because we'll have these fields completely prepped where we don't have to spend much time here over the summer just to take care of the grapes probably, and we can really focus our time in Iowa moving forward, at least for this summer leading up to getting everything prepped there. Got a nice job here for the new 7R. We'll get this prepped for Bobby. It's been nice having a full-time farmhand around and taking care of all of these jobs while I focus on mine, and it's been nice. He's on salary now. We're not necessarily paying him by the hour anymore, but just a good old salary employee. If there's no work, he still gets paid. That's where we're at with our farm business at this point. And he is off. That big weeder all set up. Perfect. All right, so that'll get going. We'll go ahead and start planting the oats. Making some good progress. We got that lined up real nice. We'll get these oats started. And we'll do what we normally do. We'll go up here, we'll do the headland, and we'll be able to do back and forths again. Sound like a broken record at this point. He's going pretty good over there. We can't even see him. He's so far away right now. But that should be pretty good timing to get us done with this. Get Bobby over here to do some weeding while we get the sprayer prepped. Gosh, makes it for a real quick day. You can see we're close to getting done with planting over here, and we got Bobby started on weeding already. Should be good. We did have to add a little bit more seed to finish this up, but not too much, so it didn't cost us very much money. We already had the product in hand. See, the weeding is going good. We might have to do these headlands one more time since we didn't have it completely planted, but we're definitely making good use of our time either way. Yeah, Bobby's busting it out. We'll get the sprayer here going next, and these fields will be all prepped for just letting them sit and grow all summer. We should have a little bit of fertilizer here to be able to top this off. Let's go ahead and do that. Give it a shot there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wrong direction. Here we go. Filling it up nice. And we'll do one more because I don't think that's going to be quite enough product. So yeah, let's get it completely topped off because I just don't think 70% was going to be enough there. Here we go. All right, let's get out to the field and we'll get the first one done. And the weeding, we should be able to, if we catch up to them, should not be a problem. We've done that before, but little bit of rinse and repeat from what we did earlier. It's a lot of farming, doing the same things over and over again, but we love it. It lined up pretty good here. We'll go ahead and get started. And look at that. Yeah, nice darker color lets us know where we've been. Definitely a good advantage here for us. We can see what we're doing and know that we didn't miss any spots. And yeah, these fields should be beautifully prepped. Yeah, the black bean field's looking good. Getting it all sprayed. And, you know, having Bobby here full time will definitely help. He's not going to be coming with us to Iowa. He's going to stay here. And we're paying him around $12,000 a month at this point. And I definitely think that'll be well worth it to have him here full time, taking care of the animals. And probably, gosh, a lot of our money comes from the sawmill. So we might need to have him keep taking care of that as well. As even though I mentioned that we might be getting rid of it, I don't think that's a wise decision because we still need the wood chips and it is a big part of our income, so it might not make sense to get that going. And we do have him on that salary, so we might as well take advantage of that as much as we can. See, he's about 2/3 done at this point, but we'll go ahead and start on the far side, work our way towards him. And that should be good. Yeah, nice. Get this oat field finished and all prepped. And because of the way we started a little early, I did ask Bobby to take care of the headland one more time just to be safe so we don't have to worry about that. Feels real nice to be prepped and ready to head to Iowa as we get all the work done. We'll have to get Bobby's tractor in here and all finished and do some maintenance on everything. And then we're going to really decide what's going with us. What is going with us later today to Iowa, as it's only noon, which is nice. We'll be able to get there. Hopefully we can get on the road in enough time to get there by the end of the day. Lots of maple syrup. Beautiful. Got this production going real good again. Any more in here? Looks like one more potentially. No, almost one more. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Next episode, we will be planning what's going with us and what's staying here, and what else we need to purchase. But we'll get all this stuff sprayed up, washed up, and prepped for that trip. I have a feeling it might make sense for this to go with, so might have to buy a new semi and a couple new trailers so that we can take both of those with us and hire a driver to go with us. Yeah, lots of details to figure out, lots of plans. Let's feed Utopia though. She should be coming. There she is. You can see her gonna run through the fence there. It's way out in the black bean field, maybe checking out the new field. There she is. Good puppy. Eat that food up. Yeah, good dog. Good dog. And that'll do it for this episode as we get distracted with playing with the puppy. I will catch you on the next one.